Hi guys, this is our fraction review for this week. I wanted to come and talk to you about equal and unequal parts and also about fourths. So on this page, we're going to look at if they are equal parts, and equal means that all parts are the same size. So equal means the same. So let's look at this pie right here. So if you look at one slice of the pie, you have a really tiny slice over here, and then you have a much bigger slice across from it. Those pieces are not the same. They are not equal parts. And look at this cookie down here. The cookie is cut right here. If I was to give you this side, and I was to eat this side, the other side, do you think that would be very fair? No, I don't think you would want that little tiny piece. You would probably want that big piece. And they are not equal, so it's not a fair share. Look at the rectangle piece of paper at the bottom. The rectangle has 4 equal parts. All parts of the piece of paper are about the same size. So that one is good. If you look at the green triangle at the top, you have 2 pieces, 2 green triangles inside the square. Okay, so each side of the square is the same size. Look at the top cookie. You have 2 equal parts of the cookie. This side of the cookie is about the same size as the bottom part of the cookie. So that one is in equal parts. Look at the pizza over here. If you look at the pizza, all the slices are about the same size. And so that one is in equal parts. But let's look at the sandwich up top. We have 2 short pieces on the side, but the top and bottom pieces are kind of big. And so that does not have equal parts. They are not the same size. And then if you look at the rectangles, there's 4 tiny rectangles inside the large rectangle. But all of these rectangles are the same size. So yes, they have equal parts. All right, now that we know what is equal and unequal, let's look at what the word halves mean. All of the shapes show 2 halves. The 2 equal shares make 1 whole. So you have 1 whole, but inside the whole you have 2 halves. So you would label this side 1 half, and this side is 2 halves. And halves is one of those tricky words. When it's 1 half, the word half looks like this, H-A-L-F. And then when you're talking about 2 pieces, 2 half, you don't say 2 half, you say 2 halves. And then it changes, the F changes to a V-E-S. So you have 1 half, and I have 1 half. But together we have 2 halves. So 1 half, 2 halves. Okay? So let's look at the next slide and see which ones are separated into halves. So remember, halves means 2 equal parts. So let's look for 2 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we only need 2 pieces. 1, 2, yep, and they look to be equal. So say yep. Look at the bottom rhombus square. There are 2 parts and they are equal. Yep, and we'll circle all the directions. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we're not looking for 4 parts. We're only looking for 2 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. That has 4 parts and they're not equal. The parts aren't the same size. Let's look at the bottom circle. 2 parts. Yep. They're equal. Yep. We like that one. Look at the rectangle. 1, 2. There are 2 parts. Are they equal? Yep. And we'll circle it. And look at the top square. 1, 2. Yep. And they are equal. They are the same. Okay, so all of these have 2 halves that are circled. Color 1/2 of a shape divided into 2 equal parts. So then we're going to X out the ones that are not 2 equal parts. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Okay, too many parts and not equal. All right, so now we're going to color in 1/2. So 1 of the 2 equal parts. So take my highlighter and color 1/2. I eat 1/2, you eat 1/2. 1/2. We'll do the bottom half here. We'll do the bottom half over here. And we'll go to the right half. There we go. So we colored 1/2 of each of the shapes. Now, all of these shapes show 4 quarters. And 4 quarters means there's 4 equal shares inside the one hole. So, we get our pen and we could label. Another word for quarter is fourths. So if you think about quarter, with 4 quarters make $1. And so the word quarters and fourths mean there are 4 equal shares or 4 equal parts. So if you look at this shape, this is 1/4. This would be 2/4, 3/4, and then this would be 4/4. So there are 4 fourths. There are 4 equal parts cut into fourths. So each of these shapes here have 4 equal parts. And so 4/4 make one whole. So let's look at the next slide. It says circle the shapes that show the whole separated into fourths. Okay, so we're looking for fourths, which means 4 equal parts. Okay, so let's go through and check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And are they equal? Do they all look to be the same size? Yes. Okay, let's look at the square rhombus down here. There are 4 parts, and they all look about equal. Yep. Look at this circle here. There are 4 pieces of the circle, but I want you to notice piece number 1 and piece number 3 are not the same size. You can see that piece number 1 is much wider than piece number 3. And so all 4 pieces are not the same, and so it is not cut into fourths. Yes, there are 4 pieces, but it is not fourths because they are not equal. Same thing with this triangle down here. There are 4 pieces, but look, we have a triangular shape down here, piece number 1. But if you look at piece number 4, that's a trapezoid. That's not a triangle. So these pieces are not equal. Look at the top rectangle. Yes, there are 4 equal triangles inside of the rectangle hole. So we'll circle that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, like a pizza. There are 4 quarters in the whole circle. Let's look at this large rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are 4 parts and they look to be about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts and yes, rectangle 2 is the same as rectangle 3 and they are all the same. They're 1 and 3 are facing the same way and 2 and 4 are facing the same way, but they are all the same size. So if we look at this line, it says color 1/4 or 1/4, quarter and fourth both mean 4 equal parts. So we're going to check and see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and they are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, but are they equal? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And they're equal. Look at the top circle. There are 4 parts and they are all equal. The large rectangle, there are 4 skinny rectangles, but they are all equal. Look at the bottom triangle again. Same triangle from the last one. This triangle is not the same as this trapezoid, so nope, not equal parts. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and those triangles are the same. Just flip the other direction. So let's get our highlighter and I'll color in 1/4. 1 of the 4 equal parts. 1/4. 1/4. 1/4. And 1/4. And remember, there are 4 fourths inside of each shape. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. There are 4 fourths inside the hole. So as you go through your activity on Education Galaxy this week, I want you to remember that fractions need to be equal parts. Okay? And then also remember that halves mean there are 2 equal parts. And fourths and quarters both mean 4 equal parts. Okay? Keep working hard and keep learning. I can't wait to see you on the next Zoom. Bye, guys.